So welcome, hello. I don't know who you are. You don't know who I am. It's been a while. I've been away for 3 weeks. I was in Japan. As you might know, I had a really fucking good time, I will say. I won't lie. I really didn't want to come back. I got engaged. All right? I got engaged. Look, she's got a new ring. I got engaged, everybody. That's what's changed. What else has changed? I don't think they're going to come upstairs because I'm shouting, all right? Oh, he is not bothered about... Okay, there we go. He is not excited. Hello. Are you exploring, are you? That was Inky. I'm now a cat dad, as you can see. So I went to Japan, got engaged to the most beautiful woman on the planet, and then I got 2 cats. However... a lot of people love to think they know the meta and know what's going on, all right? Even though they've got no idea, really. Because what the fuck is going on? Custodes have just won the World Championships. I don't think they have a win rate of like 48%. Against Imperial Guard, I think it drops to like 30 or something stupid. Anyway, you might have seen this, okay? You might also have seen this a long time ago, okay? Because this legendary moment, well, I thought it was legendary. It's quite funny.
That was a huge thing.
Yeah, so you were going through that. You were like, can't fit 9. I was like, yep. I knew if I wanted to put anything back there, I was going to have to do the 3. When I drew the capture enemy outpost, I was just like...
You might remember the biggest blunder of the year of someone allowing someone else to drop a monolith in their deployment zone. It was none other than Folger Piles. When I saw his name, I was like, I know that name. I know that name. Folger was the one who allowed the monolith to 3-inch deep strike in his backline and lose the LVO finals to then go on to win the World Championships with Custodes. All right, with Custodes against John Lennon, who is the bridesmaid for a second time. He's 2 for 2 in the only 2 events they've run. I feel bad for John. Obviously, people wanted John to win. Favourite to win last year as well, after his legendary run up until he hit a cursed cultist spam with Vanguard. But yeah, a lot of people aren't very happy with what happened, because obviously whenever it comes to an Art of War member losing a game to someone who isn't an Art of War member, Reddit will always have an opinion, okay? Maybe if Reddit had a comfy chair to sit on like I do, they wouldn't be so angry. This is the FlexiSpot C7 ergonomic chair that is available right now, and I have a discount code for you. Meet the FlexiSpot C7, the ergonomic office chair designed to transform the way you work and relax. With a choice of premium foam or breathable mesh, the C7 delivers all-day comfort tailored to you. Its deep seat depth lets you sit back and truly relax, while the adjustable backrest provides the perfect support for your posture. The 3D armrests move effortlessly in any direction to match your every move, and the 3D headrest offers comfortable support for your neck and head. Why settle for an ordinary chair when you have one that works as hard as you do? Upgrade to the FlexiSpot C7. Comfort your way. FlexiSpot offer a 30-day guaranteed return policy. If you can try out the chair, and if you don't like it, you can send it straight back for your money back. And they have a 10-year warranty for direct replacements of damaged parts. So you know when you're buying one of these chairs, you know you're going to be in it for a while and you're not going to have a damaged chair and you're going to be comfy that entire time. Look after your back because you only have one. I should know. You can use my link in the description to support the channel. You can also use code C750 to get $50 off your order of this wonderful chair that I'm sat in right now. And I was sat enjoying the stream. As I said, it's very comfortable. I have an awful back, so having a lumbar support is great. And FlexiSpot are a great company that supported me in the past, and I'd like to forward that support to you with a discount code. And you can support me by using the link and grab yourself a new chair, new standing desk, or anything. So thanks to FlexiSpot for sponsoring the video, and let's talk about the Adeptus Custodes win. And you can see someone posted, Sir Biscuit posted, the World Championships have ended. The final champion, Folger Piles from the USA, playing Adeptus Custodes. I see. Not to be overly negative, but I think the Custodes list is a perfect example of what's wrong with competitive 40k balance and poor gameplay experience. Just spamming a few super durable data sheets that rely on coin flip rolls. I mean, technically they are coin flip rolls, they're a 4+, right? While having enough cheap mission crap to score 10 terrible and boring design. It's why knights have a hard time being balanced and interesting in 40k. It's just a small number of hard dice outcomes that will determine the game once a minimum threshold of tactics are established. Sadly, these custodian units will get nerfed and the normal and reasonable players who won't be max spam will suffer. There's always one. I think there's actually a few here, to be honest. I think, yeah, hard agree. I think there's a few, okay? Now look, Custodes are, or can be, frustrating to play against, okay? They can be a little frustrating to play against because they have like obscenely tanky units that are also very good in combat. And sometimes it can feel like that people just rock up, move their models forwards, roll 4+, and then just crack on, all right? And then they just win. If you remember, we watched the Tacoma Open Final, all right, on stream a long time ago, which is a Custodes mirror. And one of my comments at the time was, these lads are just running models into the middle of the board and then they're just having a scrum in the middle, okay? This is where Boys Club became a thing. They just run to the middle and have a scrum. This was what, 2 years ago? A year ago? When was it? July 2023. It was just after 10th edition actually started or came out. We were just like, yeah, they're just f***ing scrumming. This is stupid. But the thing is with it is that if you're playing like a scrum game like this was, you know, just run to the middle and charge and fight each other, there's a little bit of shooting from the Gladius grav tanks, but not a great deal. It's very different from that game, which is run to the middle and roll 4+, compared to having to play against Guard, which is one of the best armies in the game right now, especially with the Quillons being as good as they are. It's not just a case of just running and winning, okay? There's a lot of element of positioning, obviously, because positioning is a huge thing to get around from Guard being able to shoot the fuck out of you with 9,000 tanks. Now, obviously, Custodes do have the fallback, especially when you're running Wardens, of reducing the wound roll if you are higher strength. Obviously, if they're shooting demolishes at you, they're going to be wounding you on 4s rather than 3s. They're also got a 4+ invulnerable save, which is going to ignore half the damage right there. And then they have a once per game of a 4+ Feeling of Pain, okay, in one phase. Now, obviously, that is really strong, but if the Custodes play mistimes that, okay, if the Custodes play mistimes that, it's gone for the rest of the game. It's not just a case of the entire time they ignore fucking what feels like 3/4 of the damage. I don't know what the exactly mass, but it's half then half again. It's probably 3/4. It's not just a case of run to the middle and just roll 4s. Sometimes it can feel like that, especially when you're playing against them, but there's an element of positioning from the Custodes, especially in this game. It is kind of like I don't know what the f*** is showing here. Show me actually a good part of the board. It's that there's a masterclass in movement in this game, which when it comes to Reddit or whoever else who just like Custodes trash, is just lost on them because they're not actually analysing the game. They're not watching the game. They're just going, oh, he's rolling a lot of flaws. John Lennon lost. He's probably bullshit. A small round, it's a dice game. Everything's determined by dice. The thing is with that is you are correct to a certain degree, okay? You are correct to a certain degree because a lot of it comes down to dice, but it's not all about dice. There's a lot of things in a game of Warhammer that you can control that isn't reliant on the dice, such as movement, unless you're trying to advance, okay? Such as command points, bending those at the right opportune moment doesn't come down to dice rolls, okay? Some of the timings of certain stratagems, etc., might be forced because of dice rolls, such as making your army stronger, re-rolls, etc., +1 to wound, or whatever, lethal lance, to make your dice more consistent. But there's also an element of just using that to make your army position better, to move around the board slightly differently, when you've got a strat for like uppy downy for like with Grey Knights or whatever. Now, there is an element of dice win games, obviously. If you rolled exclusively 1s and your opponent rolled exclusively 6s, yes, you would win. But the thing is with dice, right, is because you are rolling that many, the chances of rolling high and low pretty much average out all the time, okay? Now, obviously, on each dice roll, there's going to be an element of rolling high and rolling low, but over a whole game, there's an element of averages, okay? That's like a huge part of Warhammer. There's a huge part of probability. It's average. Everything will average out eventually, and just going, well, this guy rolled really high in his saves, all right, that's why he won. It's just like super crap. It's just shit, to be honest. So I just think no matter what, no matter what, there's always a little bit of a controversy coming out from some competitive tournaments, from like a big event that happens over the weekend. And I think to diminish someone's skill on the battlefield, to go out and play like 9 games of Warhammer and win every single one, to just be like, well, against our Art of War guy, this is no offense to Art of War in particular, then they haven't done anything wrong in this situation. It's the fan base around it which is probably rearing its ugly head. It's kind of like, well, our guy Art of War is so sick and he should have won, but that guy rolled like a knobhead. It's just silly, to be honest. There's no skill, there's no way you can choose to roll better or roll worse, you know, because it's just a dice game. It's probability. Over the game, Folger might have rolled higher than normal, but the percentage higher will be just like crazy low, because obviously he's rolling probably 1,000 dice rolls in this game. Okay. Toilet dice can roll better. Also very true. Statistically, toilet dice roll perfectly every time. Hard agree that the rule of 3 needs a lot. I've been playing around with Star Wars Legion. That is just not relevant. Okay, it's just not relevant to this conversation. We have a strong, it's like super battle droids. They feel strong and they feel like a challenge to deal with, but it's not insurmountable. But when they rock 3 of them, each of the repair droids, pick up once per game, this is not relevant. And it's got 5 upvotes. It's only 5, but still. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's talk about Star Wars Legion, because someone rolled really hot, allegedly, in a game. Alright. But Reddit told me Art of War is the best, so if they lost, someone's sus must be up. Yeah, exactly. It's happened last year, right? Now, obviously, there's probably, like, arguably, a little bit of a drama. Anyway, just to come on here and start talking about Star Wars Legion. And let's see, rule of 2. Maybe the end of it, you can take a third year, but plus 10% cost. Just wild takes. Why don't you just play Highlander and have done with it? Okay. This is kind of what the Guard list does well. You can't really look at both and say the Custodes data sheet repeats were any worse than what was repeated in Guard. Yeah, because in Guard we're running 30 Quillons, even with the nerf. Even with the nerf, 30 Quillons, bro. They got Boogeyman to death a few days back, and top of paying for sins of additions past some units. So it's have to assume some of the design team got bad touch by Custodes bikes and Dreadnoughts, so we'll even let them be semi-competitive anytime soon. I don't disagree. No, this isn't true. What's happening, and what people I think fail to realize, is that Games Workshop are trying to balance armies against other armies, and the thing they're struggling with is internal balance. Okay, hence why every time we get a balanced data slate, things come down in points that you don't use. They're trying to get like a deal. They don't know how to deal with internal balance without making everything just cheaper. It's not that they're going, oh, everything's so expensive. What they're trying not to do is make something so cheap that it becomes another boogeyman. Guard on top of the meta, but you can't really be saying the same about his list. If anything, he plays more off meta. Bro, any of the fucking Demolishers and Hellhounds? To be fair, he's got the Hydra, which he's not seen before, but it's fucking Krieg, Demolisher and Autocannon and Hellhounds. How is this off meta? How is this what about this is off meta? The 3 Hydras are the only off meta stuff. What do Hydras even do these days? Hydra, each time this model makes an attack, you can reroll hits against fly. Okay, that's pretty decent. With the Hydra Autocannon, anti-fly 2+, damage 3. That's a really good profile. Fuck, you put that against fucking Blood Angels, they just cry. You put that against Blood Angels, they're like, bruh, you reroll hits against my entire army and you wound on 2s? Bruh. 85 points for a T9, 11 wounds, OC3. That's really good. Actually, Custodian Grav tanks also have fly. Yeah, exactly. So it's off meta, but it's like a crazy good pick. I feel like this is probably only off meta because people haven't realized yet, rather than like whoa, that's a crazy unit. What's he doing with that? Why would you take that, bro? Like, obviously, why would you take it? That's fucking a horrific good profile for 85 points. I say with Guard, right? They just get too much stuff and everything's really cheap. But yeah, just fucking fair play to Folger for winning with Custodes of all armies. It's like, obviously, like Guard, as I've said, are one of the strongest armies in the game, if not the strongest army in the game. On Guard S tiers, Guard plays bad. Don't forget, never forget. And yeah, anyone diminishing his win just because, oh, he rolled loads of 4-ups. Like, fucking bro, every save is going to be a 4 up against a guard army because it's all fucking crazy. It's off there because half the indexes are Leman Russ and Baneblade variants. It's hard to read all those cards. Exactly, which is why 30 new detachments is not the greatest idea within the space of a month. While I do genuinely enjoy this form of competitive 4K, I really start to wonder if Highlander format should start being more standard. The duality of man, bro. The duality of man. This guy 100% plays guard, bought 30 Quillons, plays them every week, but then he's like going, man, we should play Highlander.